Hey everyone, it's Rylee here. So I do want to apologize to you guys. I didn't get to post last week. I've been trying to get over a cold and still am, but it's almost gone. But anyways, before I get to this week's topic, a couple things. I just want to say congrats to the new guys on the group. Definitely welcome and glad to have you here. And I can't wait to see what you guys kind of bring to the table. And then a bit of an update. I'm just over 2.5 weeks on 2.5 weeks. Wow, 2.5 months. Sorry, on T, which is about 11 weeks. And I'm actually just over 1 month post-op. So super exciting, and yeah, everything's going great. I did a bit of update on my videos for top surgery if you guys want to check it out. And yeah, so this week's topic is talking about being trans in a sports setting. And I recently was contacted by somebody who actually asked me my opinion on this question. Actually, she was doing a review paper or something for her school, and so I helped her out, and it's kind of neat. But then this topic came up, and I was like, ah, this is kind of cool. So I'll share my I guess thoughts with you guys. So I think if someone is trans in a sports setting, they should be able to choose what gender they want to like swim with. Even if I identify as male right now, like say if I felt more comfortable being like on a female team only for the fact that maybe that's just where I feel comfortable, then like you should. But also for me, like I am on T, so I feel like if I was to go on the women's team right now, being on T already, that it would be a disadvantage to the other people, and because like it's kind of like a hormone and um, steroid in a sense like that. It could give me a disadvantage or an advantage and them and a disadvantage for being on hormones. So if someone is pre-T and has or hasn't had top surgery, that shouldn't matter. That they should be able to choose if you want to go on the male's team, even pre-testosterone, then you should, and or stay on the women's team. That would be up to you on what you want to do. But for me, like I would feel like, you know what, like because I am on hormones, that it wouldn't be fair to the other teammates. So being on the male team would be the best decision, and not give me or anyone else an advantage or disadvantage. And same with, I guess, females. If you identify as a female, that being on the male team or the female team is up to you. Whether you've had bottom surgery, top surgery, whatever. But when it comes down to like hormones, it's the same thing. Like I don't know what estrogen does or gives you advantage or disadvantage of, but being on either team, pre-hormones it wouldn't really matter. But being on hormones, I don't know what the difference is. But being on estrogen, like if more or less for me, like I just feel like if you are on estrogen or if you're on T, that is you saying, I'm ready to identify, I'm ready to fully commit to being the gender that you feel, and that you should be on the team that you are identifying as. So if you're identifying as male or female, that you should be on that team. But until that point, that you take like hormones, that you could choose on whichever team that you want, because it's all on like where you feel comfortable, where you feel like you can maybe compete best, stuff like that. You have to take into consideration, like maybe being on the male team, you may not be as good if you're not as big or you're not as strong or whatever. But you feel, or maybe you just feel more comfortable being on a women's team because the people. Maybe you haven't had top surgery. Like there's just like different things you have to take in consideration when it comes into being on sports things, and it also depends on the sport too. Like if it's maybe like baseball. Maybe that wouldn't matter. But if it comes down to maybe something as like swimming, or like running, something that's more, to do with like your body and using your muscles and stuff, that certain sports may be a bit more harder or a bit more different, that if you were on the male or female team, as where some sports might be the same, so it wouldn't really matter. Like maybe bowling, like it wouldn't matter which team you're on, so kind of take into consideration what sport, what you're doing, what makes you comfortable, if you're on hormones, if you're not on hormones, stuff like that. But yeah, that's my gist on it. Hopefully you guys have a good week, and I love you guys, and I'll be posting again soon.